Poison. The corruption of penal system by white supremacy. My general purpose is to inform about how white supremacy has poisoned our penal system. While reading through a bunch of court cases, I've read through some that everyone may be familiar with, such as the Emmett Till case and the Bill Cosby case. I couldn't dare read through those cases without thinking about white supremacy. Am I the only one that feels that being black in America has a real obstructive impact on our penal system? I also began reading through other cases that aren't even old. Some of them are still trending, such as the Breonna Taylor case. It's a shame that injustice has become the new black. Acts of injustice, white supremacy, racism, and other acts of that nature always did break my heart. I couldn't help but to become a journalist and an activist after aching from the oppression blacks have been suffering from in America over 400 years later. Look at the Emmett Till case. In 1955, Emmett Till was kidnapped and lynched after being accused of offending a white woman named Carolyn Bryant. An all-white jury found the two men, which also admitted to killing Till, not guilty. Bryant admitted in a book that Till didn't bother her at all. Looking at the Bill Cosby case, Bill Cosby became incarcerated for something that was alleged. On top of that, he was incarcerated at 81 years old, and he's now 83 and still in prison. If Bill Cosby can get incarcerated for something he did allegedly, Miss Carolyn Bryant should be incarcerated at her age too for having an innocent young black teenager lynched like that. Looking at the Jimmy Lee Jackson case, then the other Saturday, I did some research again on the Jimmy Lee Jackson case since it was the date he died on. Jimmy Lee Jackson was a young deacon in the Baptist church, veteran and civil rights activist from Marion, Alabama, not far from where I live. He was killed by a state trooper during a peaceful voting rights march. The man who killed Jackson didn't admit to killing him until 40 years later. However, justice wasn't adequately served because he didn't get but 6 months in jail. So in conclusion, there are numerous cases where it seems that black people did not receive justice on account of white supremacy. I've known plenty of relatives and people, including my own father, who have worked in many penal institutions right here in the state of Alabama. They will tell you right now that they are full of black men. And it seems that this country seems to forget what Francis Bellamy wrote in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.